let's do a rabbit room tour. You did it! Do you want to give the tour? Go on. What's next? No, you can't come up to the camera. They can't see you if you do that.
So please be careful if you're setting up a rabbit's room, keep them safe.
They're not perfect, brand new, aesthetically pleasing pieces. They are loved and worn and used. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Nina, I'm 27 years old and I live in Perth, Western Australia. And today I thought I would do something that is a little bit overdue. It's been a while since I've done one of these. And this is a Popcorn the Rabbit room tour. Popcorn is hiding at the moment. There he is. I cleaned out his room this morning. I let him have his afternoon sleep because he sleeps most of the afternoon. And he's giving me kisses. A fair bit has changed since the last time I did a rabbit room tour. A lot has changed if you watched my first ever YouTube video, which was Popcorn's rabbit room tour. And that was when I was living back with my mum. So we're in a completely different house now. So yeah, it's totally different. He's got his own room. Back then I was sharing a room with him and it was interesting. Which I do miss. I really miss sharing a room with him. I used to, hear his noises in the night, like when he was eating or having a drink, and it would reassure me that he was okay. So we've been in this house for 3 years now, and I have changed the layout of his room a couple of times, but the basics has kind of stayed not the same really actually. I'd say I'd pretty much change everything except for the cabinet that you can see behind me and the mat that is on the floor. So let's get started. I'll start from the entrance and we'll work our way around. This is the entry into the room. I have this baby gate that I got, I think, from Kmart. A lot of stuff in here is from Kmart. And I've had it for literally years. I think before I moved into this house I had it as well. And it's good, it works well, but Popcorn can fit through the bigger gaps. So like this gap here and that one on that side. He doesn't tend to do it though, just because he's scared a little bit to walk on the wooden floors. Like he slips around a lot and he feels really insecure if he's walking on the wooden floors. So he never will come out of the gate. But I do have a clip of him coming in and out of the room from a couple years ago. I'll put that in now. You did it! You did it! What happened was we were cleaning out his room and we had him in the room next door, and he hates it when we're in his room doing stuff. He needs to know what's going on. He needs to be there. He's like, you're touching my stuff. I need to know what you're doing. And twice in a row he just appeared in the room and we were like, how did he get in? So we set up a camera at the door, carried on our own business and caught him on camera squeezing through the gap. So we know he can do it, but I'm confident that he doesn't day to day, if that makes sense. So he's not done it in 3 years since then, so I think it's fine. But that is why we do have this box in this gap here in case he comes out. I don't think, if anything, he'd come out of this one, not this one, because that one there is right next to a wall and he feels way more supported when he's walking on the wooden floors next to a wall, whereas this one here is kind of just open space, so I don't think he'd do it. We will get to the tour, I promise, but something else that I wanted to preface before doing this is that Popcorn is almost 8 years old. So a lot of his things that we've had for a very long time, and they're very well loved. So please keep that in mind when you see some of the bits that are in here. They're not perfect, brand new, aesthetically pleasing pieces. They are loved and worn and used, and I've kept them because he loves them. So please be kind in the comments. So as you walk in, he's got this house. He has a lot of cat scratch houses from Kmart. I'll show you a better view of it. And the reason, he just loves them. I know they're for cats, but he absolutely loves them. He loves tearing them apart. They're good for him to chew on instead of chewing on the furniture or the doors. And every year they come out with Halloween one, a Christmas one, an Easter one, and I always get them because he tears them apart. This is from this Halloween and look at it already, it's only been 3 or 4 months. We have a lot of these here, but he just loves them and he likes to sleep in them as well over soft beds, which is kind of crazy. Got him right here, just yes. Oh, you've got poop on your mouth. Did you know? Just there. Who knows what that's from. Next to this box is his litter tray. Now, I don't like to put his litter tray on just the wooden floor without a blanket or something down. Like I was saying, he slips on the floors. He doesn't like to walk on them. and I don't want him to jump out the litter tray and the litter tray to go flying as he like kicks his leg out. So we've got it up against the wall here, and I feel like it's a really good spot because in this cabinet, we have where I normally store his hay. It's not there at the moment, but normally I have a bucket of hay in here, and also the hemp that we use as bedding is on the other side. It works really well just like having the litter tray right next to the cabinet, so we can just open it up, fill it, refill it, all that kind of stuff. While I'm in here, I will show you, I did get him some costumes when when he was a baby. And will he wear them? Absolutely not. So they've stayed there for the whole time we've had this house. There's also more bedding and blankets at the top as well. Next to his litter tray is his favorite sleeping spot, the tunnel. This tunnel again from Kmart. I actually just replaced it today. There's a creeper over there. Can you see him? Creeper. I just replaced it today, and actually I still have the old one, so I'll show you what he does to them. This is the state of the old one. It gets destroyed. Keeping in mind this one here is maybe a year old, so it's not too often that I have to replace them, but I've just replaced it today because this is just unreal. And the reason again I do get them is because he likes to sleep in them. So in this corner here is normally where he sleeps during the day. I do have to still cut this off because it's for a cat, and for some reason, immediately when I put this in his room, he just chops it off himself. He just bites it off. And I don't know why. I think it annoys him. So I'll cut it off eventually if he doesn't chop it off first. You gonna go cut it off? No. Next to that, I have another cat scratcher. This was from Christmas, I think, last year actually. But I have them sometimes distributed around the house, and if we're not sitting in the room that it's in, it won't get used for until we're sitting in that room again. So this one's lasted pretty well, but you can see the damage. I mean, it's pretty horrendous. And I think he slept in there today because I just put it in his room today and he really likes it. So yes, I know you want attention. I know this is your room. You want to give the tour, Popcorn? Do you want to give the tour? Go on. What's next? No, you can't come up to the camera. They can't see you if you do that. What's next? You want to show them the houses that we've got next? Go on. No, distracted. So next to this is the cabinet. I've had this cabinet since we moved in here, and it's great for storing all his bits that he needs. There is some marks on the top that I can't seem to get off, so just ignore that for now. But I have his pellets in here. I have any other like extra toys, like random bits. This, which I got a while ago, which I thought was really cute. It's like a little popcorn basket. And then his vitamin C digestive support biscuits that he has every night, which was recommended by my vet, so I only give that to them if they need it. I have a little ceramic rabbit here, and this one as well. And then this basket actually has a rabbit cut out of it. I got literally all from Kmart at Easter. Next to that, I have this lamp. This lamp is always on. I never normally have the blind open. I've just opened it for this video, mainly because he sleeps during the day, and then obviously I don't have it open at night. So I have this lamp just so it's never fully dark in here for him. And I've literally had this lamp on for like 3 years. Like, not even kidding. It's never died, nothing. It's great. It was gifted to me. I don't know where they got it from. I think it might have been like, I don't know, like a gardening store or something like that, but I thought it's so freaking cute, and it just leaves a little light on for him at night and during the day when he needs it. In front of that is my pet cam so that I can watch him when I'm out. Again, Kmart, it's the Gino brand. What's it called? Mirabella Gino. And then you get the app that attaches to it, and it's got night vision, you can talk through it, that kind of stuff. I forgot to mention as well, these jars have the rabbit ears, and they're also from Kmart at Easter. I swear this video is not sponsored by Kmart. I wish it was, but it's not. But it's just so convenient to get everything from there. So a lot of stuff is from there. Inside this cupboard is just some like little bits that I rarely ever reach for. Yes. Hi. I know I was next to your treats and I didn't give you one. Yeah. Whenever I go up to this cupboard, he runs up for a treat or a biscuit or a pellet. I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll give you one soon, okay? You'll have your dinner soon, all right? Let's show them what's in this cupboard. Normally I have this bit of blanket tucked under this cupboard as well, but I need a second person to help me do that. I also have this like child's safety lock across the cabinet because this is the kind of one that you just push and it pops open. And I was scared when I first got it that he was gonna boop it open. First 3 or 4 years that I had Popcorn, he was quite sick all the time. And so I've kind of collected a lot of like medications, syringes. So I have these bags which literally just have different size of syringes in each of them, like 3 mil, 0.3 mil, extra lint rollers because always need those, especially because he sheds constantly. Some old brushes that I don't really use anymore. I've got some medications in the corner. And then on the bottom, I've got some like random older kind of toys that he doesn't really use anymore. There's a snuffle mat, which I think I should get that out and get him to use that again. I've also got a graduation hat, which I put on him when I graduated from uni. I'll put a photo on the screen. It was so freaking cute. And just, yeah, little random bits that I rarely ever reach for. With these things that are plugged in here and there's wires, if you have a bunny, you'll know that bunnies just love eating wires. So I have them tucked, I don't know if you're going to be able to see, behind. There's a plug behind there that they're plugged into, and I always make sure that he can't get to the side in here. He wouldn't be able to fit down there anyway, but I also make sure that the cords are not over the edge or anywhere that he can get to them because we don't want that. So make sure if you're setting up a rabbit's room, no cords. Any access to cords, they will bite them, they will chew them. I've heard of rabbits getting electrocuted from biting wires, so please be careful if you're setting up a rabbit's room and you have wires. Keep them safe. Next to the cupboard, I've got all of his beds lined up. He doesn't use any of these. Just to preface, occasionally he might sit in one, typically like one of these two, but he just doesn't. He just prefers to sit in a cardboard cheap cat scratcher over a soft pillowy whole kind of bed. But I have them here because they're really cute. I've stopped buying them in the last like year or so because I'm like, okay, he's not using them. But every year when Kmart come out with like their Christmas cat scratcher, they'll then come out also with like a Christmas pet bed or Halloween or Easter. So these first three, the pumpkin, the present and the bunny, are all from Kmart. And I'm thinking about whether I should just get rid of them. I'm not sure. I'll see how I go. And then this one here is from a small business that I got probably like 3 or more years ago, but it has bananas on it. And I thought it was great because rabbits' favorite food are bananas. A lot of people think that they're carrots because of Bugs Bunny. I don't know why. They like carrots, but bananas are like crack for them. So I thought this was really cute because obviously it was made by someone who has rabbits and knows that they like bananas. Next to that is his castle. So this castle was made by a local handyman, again, probably like 2 or 3 years ago. And he doesn't really use it. He just goes under like this hidey bit when I'm trying to pick him up and he hides under there and then have to move the castle to get him out. That's pretty much all he uses it for. But I thought it's really cute. And then I also got this bandana about a year ago from an Etsy shop, I think, and it's got his name on it, which is so freaking cute. This is the guard of the castle, Carrot the Guard. I don't know where I got it from. Oh, Big W. I got it from Big W. I don't know, I just said that they don't like carrots, but it's so freaking cute. And it guards the castle, so he's a keeper. Next to his castle is a much loved bed. Again, I got this 3 or 4 years ago, maybe even more than that. It's got bunny ears on the back of it, which I thought is so freaking cute. And then I've got a lot of the blankets that I use, the smaller ones, are actually baby blankets, like in the baby section at Kmart. And I thought this one was so cute because it's got koalas on it and a baby koala. And this bed is well loved. Like you can see how chewed up it is. He actually sits up on this bed to get treats. So a bit of a story time. I wanted to get him more used to me holding his paw when I cut his nails. And I don't know if it really worked, but now every night before he gets his digestive support biscuit and vitamin C biscuit, he has to stand up on the bed. I shake his paw 5 times and then he's allowed to have his biscuit. And it's the cutest freaking thing ever. He gets up by himself, he'll let me shake his paw, and then he gets his treat. It's so freaking cute. But that's what we use this bed for pretty much. He doesn't really sit in it any other time. Now behind this bed, you can kind of just see it there. There's a PowerPoint. I really do kind of just treat him like a baby a bit. I get scared that something's going to happen with the PowerPoint if he has access to it, and I get a bit worried. So whenever I put his room back together, I make sure to cover the PowerPoint with this bed. I don't know what could happen, I really don't, but I just do. It's just a safety thing for me, and that's just how I have it. Next to his bed is his water bowl. This is a decent sized water bowl. It's quite heavy as well. I found that if I got a lighter one, I used to use a smaller lighter one, he could flip it, and you don't want them to flip their water bowls. So this is quite decent and heavy. I also don't like to put it on the actual blanket itself, because if he just binkies or runs around, the blanket might move and it could spill the water. So I always put it right on the edge of the blanket so he can reach it, but off the blanket on the floor, if that makes sense. This is a basket next to that again he's had for years and years and years. He was obsessed with these baskets maybe 2 years ago or 3 years ago, and he would sleep in them and nibble at them, and it was at a point where I was worried that he was gonna eat through so many and then they would like stop selling them and I wouldn't be able to get them again. So I kind of stocked up, and since then he's stopped using them. So I still have it in this corner here in case he ever wants to use it, but it doesn't really get used that much anymore either. And now we're back at the start, where Popcorn's lost interest in me and has way more interest for his hay now. This is your room tour, Popcorn. You're not giving us any attention. I won't show you too close to his litter tray because no one wants to see that. In the middle of the room, I keep a toy that I try and change out fairly often. And then these cups, which sometimes I'll fill these cups with his pellets, and then it's like an interactive, enriching game for him to throw this around and get the pellets out. And then I've got his cat. Now this cat is a very special cat. He's had this cat since he was a baby, and it was one of the first things that I bought him, and it's his support animal cat. Whenever we go to the vet or in the car or any trips or anything like that, he has this cat with him, and he doesn't cuddle up to it when we're home, but when we're out, like going to the vet or in the car, he cuddles up to this thing. This is his support cat, so we cannot lose this cat. It's his. It's the most important thing in here. So this is the full room. And then I will tell you a bit about this blanket. I've got 2 of these blankets. They're massive. The measurement's actually 230 centimeters by 230 centimeters by 250 centimeters. And it just fits so well in this room. Now, what I've done so that he doesn't slip around when he runs around in here is I've put non-slip mats underneath the blanket, so then he doesn't move it around and doesn't slip over. Please keep in mind we do Please keep in mind we do bring him downstairs with us when we're home, like having dinner or in the mornings if we're home. Whenever we're home, we're with him, except for in the afternoons when he's sleeping. So he's only in his bedroom at night when we're asleep, or his nap time in the afternoon, or if we're out at work. He doesn't just stay confined to this room upstairs the whole time. So I'm about to bring him downstairs so that he can have his dinner and we can have our dinner together. It's our normal routine. He's just giving me kisses right now. It's just the cutest thing ever. I know he has an ulterior motive because he wants his dinner. It's almost like he loves me or something, you know? So I'm going to end this video here. Thanks so much for watching my rabbit room tour. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions or other suggestions for me, please leave it down in the comments below. And I'll see you in the next one.